Gus W. Ricketts Sr. grew up poor in Leland, Mississippi, with dreams of leaving the South and moving north for a better life. In 1943, Gus Rickett migrated from Leland to Chicago on a railroad pass with the intention of securing a good job with the railroad company. When he arrived in Chicago, he was overwhelmed by the size of the city and wandered around lost, looking for the friends that were supposed to pick him up. That night, he found himself on the wrong side of the tracks, was arrested by the police, and spent his first night in Chicago in a jail cell. Gus was always good with his hands, so he found odd jobs in the early mornings. At lunchtime, he washed dishes for low pay and a free meal. He would sleep on Skid Row or at the Woods Theater, saving money until he was able to send for his family. After sending for his wife Mary and kids, Gus spent the next 15 years working as a janitor and in the brickyards, while Mary worked in factories and held clerical jobs. There had to be a better way. During the Civil Rights Movement, Gus and Mary, empowered by the struggle, stepped out on faith. With no previous knowledge and limited education, Gus and Mary formed a partnership with their friend and opened G&G Chicken Shack in March of 1963. They began with one refrigerator, one fryer, and one box of chicken. A half chicken sold for $1. In 1964, Gus and Mary established Royal Chicken. Gus Rickett was always a man with ideas. His belief, there was never an idea that couldn't be improved. With this frame of mind, and lots of chicken being shaken in brown paper bags, the restaurant's famous chicken recipe and specially blended sauce were born. During the riots of 1968, one of the Royal Chicken locations was burned down. The destruction was humbling, but they were not discouraged. Less than a year later, Royal Chicken was back in operation. While looking for a new sign, Gus and Mary were shown a sign with the name Uncle Remus on it. The owner explained that the original buyers had changed their minds and that he would sell it to them cheap if they would take it off his hands. Once the sign was completed, he officially renamed the family business Uncle Remus Chicken Restaurant. In August of 1969, Gus and Mary opened their largest store at 5611 West Madison. That location still remains and is a staple in Chicago's Austin community. In 1991, Gus and Mary retired from day-to-day operations and appointed their daughter, Charmaine Rickett Alfred, to run their main location on West Madison. Over the next 12 years, the company worked on producing a consistent product and building. In 2004, Uncle Remus opened its second corporate location in Broadview, Illinois. And in September of 2006, Uncle Remus made history by opening the first non-national chain restaurant to operate inside the first inner-city location of the world's largest retailer, Walmart. As we look toward the future, we are confident that Uncle Remus Saucy Fried Chicken will be a premier brand with world-class systems that will make Uncle Remus the first choice for chicken.